Welcome. You're listening to Verse of the Day with iDisciple. We hope a new verse every day of the week encourages you. Today's verse is Luke chapter 6, verse 30. Give to everyone who asks you, and if anyone takes what belongs to you, do not demand it back. Kay Johns told E3 Partners what Jesus has to say about answered prayer and explains why we may not receive frequent answers. Take a listen.
Does everyone who asks in prayer receive? I'm Kay Johns with Prayer Power, and Jesus taught everyone who asks receives. It's a familiar passage from the Sermon on the Mount, and Jesus is giving tremendous assurance that God not only hears but answers our prayer. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened. For everyone who asks receives, he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks the door will be opened. 6 times Jesus makes the point that God hears and answers prayer. It's more than encouragement, it's a foundational truth. But is it true of our prayer lives? Are we seeing answers to prayer? If not, there has to be a reason, because God's intention is that everyone who asks will receive. We understand that sometimes God answers no, and sometimes He leads us to persevere. Those in themselves are answers. God has responded. But not every prayer is answered no or wait. On balance, if we're living in a personal love relationship with our Lord, we should be seeing frequent answers to prayer. If we're not, that should itself be a matter for prayer. It could be we're not praying, or that our prayers are not specific enough to recognize the answers. Or perhaps we're asking amiss, a wrong request, a wrong motive, or a prayer offered when our fellowship is broken. Sometimes we simply don't recognize God's answer. He may have given us an acorn when we prayed for an oak.
Thanks for listening. Tune in again tomorrow for more encouragement from iDisciple. We also invite you to continue your spiritual growth with Christian books, devotionals, journals, and more, all available at iDisciplepublishing.com.